Okay, so after we've put on a real inconsistent coat of gray, we want to start adding other colors in order to create a real natural look to the stone. The next color we added was this sort of reddish brown, which really looks kind of like iron deposits, kind of leaching out of stones or mud, kind of dirt, that kind of thing. So we touched up areas of the stone in that. We have this satin hunter's green, which kind of gives the look of kind of a mossy look to it. So we added that in some areas. And then we start highlighting it with a yellow, kind of gives it a bit of a lichen kind of look to it, and then used white. The white was used very, very sparingly and just on the highlights of it. So I'll give you a little real quick and dirty kind of look at what we did. So we've already got the gray on our little stone right here. Then we would use the brown and just really, see, I'm really quite far away from it, and just shooting maybe that little corner right here. So I'm aiming right there. Shoot a little bit of brown just right at that corner, right at the bottom of the stone, leaving this top area untouched. Again, we want really inconsistent look, inconsistent color here. So we got the brown down. Next, a little bit of the green, and maybe do that over on this side. Add a little bit of the green on just underneath that overhang. That's maybe kind of where some moss would grow or something like that. Grab a little bit of this yellow right here. Now, any of the really light colors, you need to be really, really careful with it. Again, we only want to hit the highlights. So start really far away and just give it a real light dusting. Right like that. And finally, a little bit of the white. There. So now we got a fairly realistic looking stone right there with a lot of color variation to it. Now, in order to add even more detail to it, after all that dried, I ended up adding a couple more colors. So again, we went over with another coat of the flat gray. The reason why is because when you add all of those colors, now you want to blend them all together. The overall look of stone is gray, so if you lay down those different colors and then wash it over again with your primer gray, not very thick at all. Again, you want to be really inconsistent with that color, then it can really sort of blend all those colors together. I used a lighter color gray in order to give some variation between the two. And then my final coat was this really cool, what is this, Eden green color. This is perfect for creating this kind of lichen-like look. So see right there? Really kind of looks like moss. And it ended up working out really well. So by taking a look at the set, you can really see kind of what we did. You can see in the corners here where the the black still existed, the gray covering it, but still had the black showing up underneath some of the details where the gray didn't touch it. We got a little bit of the brown showing up right here, the lighter gray in order to create some of these tone variations in the stone, and then that spray of green along the edges to give that impression of some sort of it's kind of a moldy look. Really ended up making the set look quite old and quite weathered. So really happy with the way it turned out.